We're back again with a Premier League update. This time discussing, a couple of issues in the Premier League. Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool. That is my focus actually. United and Liverpool. Dayot Upamecano. Where could the future of Dayot Upamecano be? It was so interesting. I love the days in the summer when Arsenal was linked with Dayot Upamecano, and we are going to discuss him today in regards to Manchester United and Liverpool. Who needs Dayot Upamecano more, or where should Dayot Upamecano go? Where is he most likely to go, and what are the chances that Liverpool, Manchester United, or even Arsenal could actually get their hands on Upamecano? Smash the like button. Let's get them to 500 likes as usual, and of course, don't make a mistake. Make no mistake. Subscribe to the channel because a lot of content is still coming your way. I told you my health is not the best, but as soon as I get back to my feet, we are up and rolling. I cannot live stream. It's going to take some time before I can live stream again, but the uploads will be coming thick and fast. So let us discuss Liverpool and Manchester United. Okay, and the possibility of Dayot Upamecano going to Arsenal, because this is an Arsenal channel, and so I know many Arsenal fans are interested in this story. So last summer, it looked like one of the most wanted players was Dayot Upamecano. However, he made a decision to stay at Leipzig, which was, for me, I felt like it was a mistake. He had a chance to sign for Liverpool. He had a chance to sign for Manchester United. Of course, he never had a chance to sign for Arsenal. I don't want to lie, but he had a chance to sign for Chelsea as well, because Chelsea were also looking for a centre back, and there are a couple of other clubs that were looking for a centre back. However, decided to stay at RB Leipzig for that season, and that was his decision. He signed a longer contract, and his buyout clause is now £45 million. Very close to that of Timo Werner, or if you want to say, Thomas Partey. So that is that is his release clause. However, by January, it looks like Arsenal's defensive problems have been solved, and so I'm sorry for Arsenal fans. I don't think Arsenal will be looking at getting Dayot Upamecano. Look, this doesn't mean that we do not have a need for a centre back, but I don't think Arsenal is going to go for an expensive, aggressive centre back. And if you look at the options we have been linked with, Eric Garcia, John Stones, and a couple of other players like Emmanuel from Roma, it only shows you that Arsenal is looking for that kind of defender that can actually complement Gabriel Magalhaes, not a standout defender, but one that can just complement Gabriel Magalhaes. So I don't expect Arsenal to be in the race to sign Dayot Upamecano or Konate or any other serious centre back like Koulibaly, and that's it. We are out of it. So I want to discuss Manchester United and Liverpool. Who could actually be the right partner for for Dayot Upamecano? Who would be the right destination? United are looking like title contenders. Liverpool are, there is no doubt. However much their form is bog, I think as soon as they get their winning mentality, they run back, they're going to challenge for the title. It might not be an easy one. They might not win it with a big goal difference, big point difference, but I still think they are the favorites to win this title. Now, this is not to disrespect any Manchester United fans. I understand United has put in a lot this season, especially coming back from that nasty run at home, going 5 games without a win at the Old Trafford at the beginning of the season. That was quite awful, wasn't it? But I think United has just got this revolution. They have been reborn and they're just on fire. But my problem with them, I've already said it and I'll say it again, and you'll hear me say this again, over and over on this channel when in the Kosi React segment. I think their problem is they cannot depend on the whole squad. They depend on 1 or 2, 3 players, and that's quite dangerous. If one of them, is overmarked, if one of them is injured, if one of them loses their peak, it doesn't look so good. It doesn't look so good. They're like Chelsea when Eden Hazard was off, they were off. When he was on, they were on. So you don't need to rely on one player. We've seen it at Arsenal. You have Upamecano, who is the goal scorer and everything for the club. It happens that Upamecano cannot score goals and the club is down to relegation. Why? Because you're trusting your all your eggs in one basket, and that basket is not actually reliable enough. So, and no one is so much reliable in the Premier League, make no mistake. So United, one of their problems, if they want to win the title, they've got to correct their centre-back partnership. They have tried a couple of combinations, Harry Maguire and Eric Bailey, Harry Maguire and Lindelof, which many Manchester United fans are actually fed up of. They think that is the worst combination in the defense. Then they have tried Harry Maguire and Axel Tuanzebe and a couple of other players there. Try to find that, centre back that can actually keep the team from conceding stupid goals. The goals that United consider, and you feel that they should have done better. Just to take an example, yesterday they were playing the semi-finals against Manchester City, and that goal that John Stones scored, that was ridiculous. How is he alone in that area? That is almost in the in the middle of the 18 years box, not even in the 18 years box, but in the middle of your final box. There should be a man on John Stones. He's one of the tallest players in Manchester City's squad. Yeah, he's one of the tallest. So there must be someone marking him, right? And he gets to this ball free. He has a lot of time. He has a lot of space. He can decide whatever he wants to do with this ball. Where is Harry Maguire? Where is Victor Lindelof? Where is a centre back in that place? So I think United will need to sign a centre back, and there's no doubt they've been linked to a couple of them. Kalidou Koulibaly, Dayot Upamecano, Ibrahim Konate, among others. And my concern is if they can get a centre back like Konate, I think they can thrive. They can thrive throughout the season. Because the problem I see, look, for example, in games like Leicester City, they were 2-1 up in 85 minutes. They should have won that game. Should have collected 3 points. But what happened is Maguire and whoever defensive partner he had just slip off. Now you don't slip off if you're playing against Vardy, Madson, Yuri Telemans, and Iris Perez. You don't slip up. As soon as they score through Bruno Fernandes on this end, it was barely 3 minutes before they conceded an equalizer and went 2-0. Against Wolves, it should have been 1-0. I think they were lucky. And like I said, they always have that savior. But what if that savior cannot be a season savior? What if that savior cannot save you throughout the season? Then what do you do? So I think United need that Upamecano more. They need a centre back more. And if they can just get their hands on a centre back, it's going to be quite brilliant. Now, I don't mean that they win the title, because I still think there is so much they need to do to win the title. They need to get rid of players like Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata. They need to use Donny van der Beek. They need to get so many. And I think players like Scott McTominay need to stop starting in that lineup. They need to do so many things. But first and foremost, fix the centre-back. Stop conceding ridiculous goals from ridiculous decisions from centre-backs who are ridiculous. Then you're in the title race. Now, I want to talk about Liverpool as well in regards to Konate and Upamecano, linked with a couple of defenders, especially the most recent one being Botman, Lille, Metropole. They're unfortunate. I should say they are unfortunate. VAR is looking like it's against them. Time is against them. Everything is against them. They're getting a lot of injuries, especially in the defensive positions. And right now they're playing Fabinho in the centre back, which I think he has done, or who I think has done a brilliant job. I think he's done what most of us would want to see. A person just fitting into, like how Arsenal fit in Saka in the left back position last season. It was quite, ugly, wasn't it? Quite ugly, but he did the job, and that's what you want to do. That's what you require from such a player. Let them do the job, and the rest is nonsense. So I think Fabinho has done it so well. He played as a right back at Monaco before joining Liverpool. So I think that's the reason as why he has that defensive experience and so on, so he can fit in so well. And he has been playing as a defensive midfielder. Whenever I used to see him at Monaco, I thought he was he could be this kind of number 8 guy, but he's typically in number 6. And right now playing in the center back, it really communicates to my instincts that this guy is really very very well playing off as as a defensive midfielder. But I think if you look at the goals Liverpool have conceded and the insecurity they have because of a weak backline, you can't win the league with that. It happened with it happened to them when they were playing under Brendan Rodgers. They had a very good squad going forward, but the defense was awful. They lost the league. You remember Crystal Palace winning the party, splashing down the crates and so on, and stepping into the party. So I still think Liverpool need a centre back, and it will be in their favour if they get a centre back in this transfer window, and then Virgil van Dijk comes back, and then you partner up a player like Upamecano and Virgil van Dijk, then you stand the season, you stand another chance to win 3 consecutive Premier League titles in a row. Because I still think this Liverpool team is still too young, and they have brought in a couple of other players that I think could actually be very, very influential next year. Not even just this season, but next year. Look at Jota. Jota is no doubt an influence this season, but it's going to be more of an influence next season. He's too young, too good, too brilliant, very good. He can replace Salah, he can replace Mane, he can replace Roberto Firmino, and he's done it so well. When Roberto Firmino was shit, I think Jota did it so well. So I think at the end of the day, Liverpool will need to get a player in the caliber of Dayot Upamecano. And who's going to pay the £45 million? If you ask me, the one who has the money, the one who has the capability, the one who has the major need is Manchester United. If they want to win the title, then they've got to spend that £45 million. They need to close their eyes and splash that money on the table of RB Leipzig. And then Liverpool, if they still think Jurgen Klopp needs some backing, this is the time you give. It's high time they give him a defender. He's going to have a rough season. During the turn, so many games coming in thick and fast. You have Champions League, you have Premier League, you have FA Cup. You have so many games coming in, and you do not have a big squad. So that means you're going to play Fabinho in the Champions League. You play Fabinho everywhere. It's quite not fair, and I think it's going to get those players exhausted. They need a player like Upamecano. They need a centre back who can stand in that defense and command. They need a leader. Virgil van Dijk was a leader. I don't know how much of leadership skills Upamecano has. I don't want to lie, but I think we have seen it that with players like Gabriel Magalhaes. I think Magalhaes is hardworking at Arsenal, but one of the things that has helped him organize that defense is his ability to talk and lead. Yeah, I've seen him talk to players like Shkodran Mustafi, and Mustafi won't listen, and we concede. And I've seen him talk to players like Rob Holding, and they have quite a wonderful partnership. So if they can get a leader in a defender, it's going to be quite massive. Yeah, and of course the last one is Chelsea. Chelsea do not need to sign so many players. I want to be honest. I think they should. I don't know what I need to call it, but they need to make their players work. Yeah, I think Lampard needs to get his players work before he's chased out of this football club. He's abysmal. He is average. He is too bad for this job. Overrated manager. You can call him whatever you want, but never forget last season when Chelsea was not in the best financial position, couldn't sign players because of the ban. He made them. Made them qualify for the Champions League. So you give him a benefit of the doubt. Right now he has been given a couple of players: Ziyech, Pulisic, Werner, Havertz. They're not working out. So probably he needs to get these players work. It has been the Premier League update. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button. I love you all, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.